Zoolander, a film I only just recently watched. And by recently, I mean like maybe a month ago. I kinda recorded this review before and accidentally deleted it. So, whoops. So anyways, we are gonna try and get through this. Because honestly, it was interesting. It was really interesting. I feel like this is the kind of film you watch when you are younger. And it's really funny because you're younger. And then you watch it again when you're older and you're like, oh my god, I remember this film from when I was younger. Oh my god, memories, nostalgia. But to me, it was like, because I didn't see it when I was younger, it was like, that's alright. I'm not gonna lie, there's some pretty funny moments in this movie. I will admit, I'm a big comedy critic. Not that I am the master of comedy. I just have very specific tastes, I guess. So the kind of comedy in this film was like, it kind of differed. Some of it was not my liking, some of it was. But honestly, the film in general is... Ben Stiller plays such a good role. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Okay, so when the film started, I was hella confused. So I actually recorded my reaction to certain things, like as it was happening when I was watching it. So I'm gonna include that where I can. Okay, we're starting it. It's starting. We're in Malaysia. When the movie began, I had not read anything about this film. I thought it would be about a zoo. I actually thought I had seen this film because I thought this film was a different film called Honey, We Bought a Zoo or something like that. I'll Google it and put it on the screen if I find out what it was. I kind of thought that was this film. So it starts really strangely. It's like, it's very mysterious, and I think the audience is meant to be like, the fuck? I don't know what's happening right now. Am I in the right movie? There's just a big meeting and some mannequins. Dolores? What the fuck is going on? Because nothing's really been explained yet. But what we do know is that Will Ferrell is in this film, and that is a very good thing. Elf is one of my favourite Christmas films. I am very picky with Christmas films, but Elf, I will watch every single year because that is good. So yeah, I was happy to see Will Ferrell. And then there's like this interview with Ben Stiller talking about, I guess, like modelling. Is this a movie about a model? Because I could not relate less. And then they go to this like show, like a contest, I guess, like an award ceremony kind of thing. And he keeps talking about how he's going to reveal his new look, the Magnus. This comes up a lot in the film, and I'm not gonna lie, it was one of my least favourite aspects of this movie. Because I thought when he said look, I thought he meant look, like the full style, like, you know, kind of hairstyle, kind of clothes, like an actual look, you know? That's not what he's talking about, but we'll discuss that later. And he also runs into this rival model who is Owen Wilson. Yep, it's Owen Wilson. I get him confused with the Crocodile Hunter. Oh my god, it's Owen thingy! Oh my god, he looks like a surfer, dude. Quite a funny scene happens next. They're like at the award ceremony, and Ben Stiller, who's Zoolander by the way, that's where the Zoolander comes from. So Zoolander is so confident he's going to win that even when Hansel's name is called, Ben Stiller gets up and waltzes up to the front. And it's like, I was like crumbling in on myself. Because I was like, oh, babe! He hasn't won and he's given oh. So he's all depressed because his rival has won. He goes outside to the most reflective puddle in all of history. What puddle is that clear? That is clearer than my mirror. And he goes home to his buds. I'm not gonna lie, I simped a little bit.
Can't stand Hansel. I know, right? Riding in on that scooter like he's so cool. And the way Hansel combs his hair, or like doesn't. It's like, excuse me, but have you ever heard of styling gel? I'm sure Hansel's heard of styling gel.
And Ben Stiller's talking about how he wants to do good in the world because, you know, he's pissed off. And so after their bro talk, they go to a gas station. And, you know, sure, everything's gonna turn out fine, right? really? They blew up his friends at a gas station. And then they're just at the funeral. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this. The news reporter, like the one who was interviewing him, like, said shit about him in a newspaper. It was well tragic. And for some reason, she's at the funeral, and she's like, soz, and he's like, I don't want to hear it. And is like, I don't want to be a model anymore. My basic telling of that scene. And then because he wants to do good, I guess, and he doesn't want to be a model anymore, he goes to find his dad and brother who are working in the coal mine. And I'm not gonna lie, it's actually adorable. I love Ben Stiller's acting in this film. It's honestly French kiss. He just wants to be accepted. He shows up, his dad, it's quite obvious that his dad's a bit embarrassed of him. It doesn't help that they go to the pub later, and then his son's on TV as the Little Frickin' Mermaid. Dad ain't loving it. They get in a fight, Ben goes home, the reporter's there, trying to apologise again. Anyway, while all this is going on, there's like some shady things going on with Will Ferrell's character. I do not remember his name. But he is trying to brainwash people into assassinating some prime minister or president or something. I don't remember the reason. I'm pretty sure it's for evil intent, and they've chosen Ben to be the person that they're going to brainwash. Because Ben Stiller's character, he's real sweet, but he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So they trick him into thinking he's being taken to like a special spa. Because Will Ferrell's character has hired Ben Stiller, which is like a huge honour because apparently he doesn't do that a lot and it's like a big deal. So Ben Stiller decides to take it even though he's decided he doesn't want to be a model anymore. And at the spa, they do like the brainwashing thing. They teach him like a bunch of cool moves and all that stuff. I have to say, one of my favourite parts in this film was the David Bowie scene. David Bowie be looking fine though. So, I don't actually remember when this happens in the movie, but Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson are having like a model off, which is the friggin' funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, who's gonna judge our contest? David Bowie comes swooping in. My nan loves David Bowie so much. She has a full-on costume of his, and so I've kind of grown up to love him too. So they go to like a graveyard, and this guy tells Ben Stiller like, yo, you're being brainwashed, bro. And him and the reporter, oh, they're friends now by the way, go to Owen Wilson's house to hide out from the mean people. And Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller have this like really wholesome moment. Ben Stiller's like saying how he's jealous because Owen Wilson's big career's like just starting and it's like great, and Owen Wilson's like, but bro, you inspired me. I'm only me because I saw you being you. And it's like super wholesome and they become besties, which is like my favourite thing ever. They are such an iconic duo. They have like a little sleepover where honestly a really good scene happens. The reporter lady, Matilda, talks about why she doesn't like models, and it's because when she was younger she got bullied for being overweight, and when she would go through magazines of people with perfect bodies and perfect faces, it would make her feel insecure, and I completely understand that. I too am not very confident in my appearance or my body weight. I'm definitely better than I used to be. I was not in a healthy place mentally and physically, and I am much happier now, although not completely satisfied, because that's the thing, we set these unrealistic expectations and goals for ourselves, and we see other people in catalogues and we're like, I'm gonna be that person, and we can't be someone else, we can only be ourselves. So that was a really cool moment. And then the next morning they're just complete bros. Frickin' Zoolander and Hansel are just bros, man. And they're going to like this catwalk thing of like the evil guy, Will Ferrell, where Zoolander is supposed to assassinate the Prime Minister, President, person guy. And there's a really funny scene with the computer where the reporter, Matilda, is like, you gotta get the files from the computer, it'll show everyone that he's an evil guy. And they both just have no idea how to get into the computer. They know there's some kind of trigger word that starts the mind control fighting thing, but they don't know what it is. But while Ben Stiller's on stage strutting his stuff, the reporter lass and the evil lass fight, and she finds out what the word is, which causes her to shout at him like, it's this word, which obviously like it makes him do the. And then like a CD is played where it like says the word, and so he keeps going in and out of like his fighting stage. Crowd's bloody loving it because they think it's just part of the show. And then Hansel saves the day basically. But by far my least favourite part in the film was this.
What is this? What is that? What?
And apparently it stops the laws of physics. Like, what the fuck? That is what you've been talking about the whole film? You have superpowers practically. Are you Matilda? Anyway, it fasts forward and Ben Stiller is like helping out kids and he has his own son with the reporter lady. Whoa! And Owen Wilson and him are still bros. It's like a happy end and it's well cute. Oh, and the Prime Minister, President, person's still alive, so that's good. Anyway, I apologise if that was a really messy review. I'm still not used to this yet, but I have to say, this film was okay. It was not the best film I've ever seen, but there was a lot of funny moments and great actors that I love. And I definitely recommend it, because like everyone's comedy is different. If you like that kind of silly comedy, then, you know, watch Zoolander. So have a good day, my people.